Hello and welcome to Retirement Wealth Academy. I'm your host, Erin Kennedy. Thanks for being with us. This show is dedicated to helping retirees and pre-retirees solve the many complex topics and questions surrounding retirement. And for the answers, we turn to local experts. Today we have Nick Beckman. Nick, it's good to see you.
You too, Erin.
I'm glad you're here because we want to start kind of with a really basic question, the importance of creating an income plan and a spending plan. And I was surprised to learn that 42% of people have never even calculated what they'll need to live on in retirement. I'm assuming that should be step number one.
Right. You know, we go throughout life and we basically just pay the bills. You know, everything comes in, you know, each and every month, our telephone bill, our television bill, you know, all of this stuff, our mortgage payments, and we just worry about paying it, you know, with the money that we have coming in. Now all of a sudden we're switching over into this distribution phase of our life in retirement, and we've got, you know, a pot of money that we have to be able to spend in retirement. And the question is, you know, how much of it are we going to be spending on a monthly basis? So when we sit down with clients, you know, one of the first things that we do is we create actually 3 different plans. It's a spending plan, it's an income plan, and then also a balance sheet. You know, what is that pot of money, you know, to create that income plan in retirement? So all 3 of those are very, very important, you know, in and of itself. And a lot of people, like you said, don't spend the time to actually know what they need to go out, what they need to enjoy retirement. You know, most of us just don't want to sit on the couch and watch retirement go by. We want to be able to do stuff. So having the numbers and understanding, you know, what's needed on a monthly basis is very important.
You're talking about people who maybe are too conservative, afraid that they're going to outlive their money, so they're not doing what they wanted to do in retirement?
Oh, absolutely. You know, so many people think about, well, I need this dollar for tomorrow, you know, and, you know, can I not spend it today? Well, to really understand that you have Social Security coming in, that you have a pension coming in, and then maybe some other assets, whether that's required minimum distributions or, you know, other IRA assets, you know, that you just plan on taking out during different periods of your life. Everybody wants to save for tomorrow, but not understanding, you know, what's going into today as well.
And I know that when you have that first conversation with people, I know you're really passionate about solving these puzzles to make sure that everybody is happy to design their own, you know, retirement. But what do you do if there is a retirement income gap?
Right. So that's where you have to have those difficult conversations of, you know, what's more important to the clients, you know, at that point in time. Is it going on that extra vacation? Is it, you know, being a snowbird and traveling down south? Or do you have to, you know, take a couple steps back and say, what's going to protect me for tomorrow? You know, am I going to outlive my money? We always kind of design it, you know, and look at a foundational income plan, you know, that comes in first. And then on top of that, you know, now all of a sudden we start to look at the assets. How are the assets going to fill in, you know, to this puzzle? Previous generations, you know, had pensions, had, you know, Social Security benefits coming in. That was what my grandma always called her mailbox money. You know, she knew she was going to get a check from my grandpa's retirement plan, and also she knew she was going to get Social Security. Then they had some other assets that were able to help fill in along the way. You know, now today, you know, that's kind of flipped upside down on its head. Pensions are a very small piece of this, and Social Security is, you know, still a big chunk of retirement assets. But those assets that we've accumulated over our working lives now have to go farther. And, you know, how do we make sure that we don't run over, that you know, doesn't tip over and go the wrong direction on us in retirement? It's very important.
So I know this could be a whole different topic. How do you figure out the right withdrawal rate?
Right. So there's not one specific withdrawal rate, you know, for every single person.
I wish there were.
I wish it'd be a lot easier to plan for. You know, if we knew what that last date or what that last withdrawal was going to be, you know, we could plan this out, you know, to work for everybody. But we need to take, you know, several different things into consideration. Longevity is, you know, number one on the list. You know, for somebody that plans on living longer, you know, that withdrawal rate's probably going to be a smaller number. Or it might be something that's, you know, we're spending more earlier on and we're not spending as much, you know, later on. It's completely unique to every single person, and we just need to be mindful of that.
A delicate balance to ensure we can maintain our quality of life.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right, Nick, thank you so much for breaking that down for me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Erin.